my late grandfather. So my grandfather was a great man. He was a police when working during the Second World War, and he endured during the Japanese occupation of Malaya, and he endured much and has seen many things in life. He was a square-faced man with a square body and a very average height of a man. So he was a great man, to say the least. And even a great man is not enough to actually say what he has done for me in life. Every time I went back to the village, I went back to his home, he always teach me 5 steps to success and 5 simple steps to success. And always, every time he sees me, he would, when I was at that time around 5 years old, 6 years old, he would lift me up and put me on his lap, and he would ask me 5 things. Then he would ask me to repeat 5 things. Number 1, you must know. Second, you must understand. Third, you must read. Fourth, you must do. And lastly, you must repeat. Or you must memorize. Or in Malay, he always taught tahu, ingat, baca, faham, buat. And he always repeats that to me and all of my cousins. And because of that, I use that formula in many things during primary school. But in secondary school, I started getting loose on that formula. So he always asks me, he always reminds me to have a great, to be great in education, to be good in education. And one of which is that he is always careful of what books am I reading, so that I may not be corrupted by wrong grammatical errors of Malay and English. One of which is a situation that from this day till this day, I remember, and that is when I went back to my village, and I was sitting in my room, and I was sitting in a room, and then I was reading an old Gempak Stars comic. It was an old one, around 2002. It was a very old one. It was for my cousins, and he kept it at my father's house, at grandfather's house. So when he saw me reading it, he instantly scolded me. You know what he said? I asked permission to say in Malay lah. The first thing he said to me, kenapa baca buku tu? Laki apa? Laki. Perempuan apa perempuan? So at that time, I really got confused. Like, he literally asking me, man is what? Man is what? Lady is what? Lady is what? So at that time, I just said, tak tahu. I don't know. And my mother was just beside me, but she wasn't seen by my grandfather. So she just sat there and laughed at me. And at that time, I didn't know what to react. And he asked me repeatedly for 6 times. It took over an hour. He asked me, laki apa? Perempuan apa? And then he finally answered, lelaki he, perempuan she. And then I said, oh, that's me about translating in English lah. So he really find it important to be really good in education. And one of the things he really emphasized is English. But one of the things that I really wanted to get my grandfather to see is my results in the UPSR. And unfortunately, he never got to see them. As on 1st January of 2015, he passed away on a hospital at Muar. And he didn't get to see my UPSR results because he was hospitalized on somewhere around 1 November, and because he was hospitalized, I never got to see him. And I just wanted to say that every year when Hari Raya comes around the corner, it never felt the same, because without him, it's like there's no bond between the family, because he was like the pinnacle of the family. He was the man of the family, and without him, I can't really feel a loving presence that I felt when he was there, when my late grandfather was there. And to this day, I still wanted to see him, although I know that I cannot see him anymore. So that's all for me. Thank you.